Good. Piece of wood I'm working on now is a piece of Norfolk Island pine, and this is the type of wood. If you get it down real thin and soak it in a lot of oil, it'll have a translucency to it, so the light will pass through it. If you shine a light in it, the whole bowl will glow from the light. There's a million things you could say about turning, because there's, you're turning something on, you're turning a corner, and there's a lot of different things you can do with turning. But the most fun turning is on a lathe. That's what I like to do. It's called turning because the piece of wood is in the lathe, and the wood is spinning, and you control the RPM and control the centers and everything, and you're there with a sharp gouge peeling the wood off as the wood's turning, and you're watching the form evolve while you're peeling it off, and you have quite a few different shaped gouges to do different specialized little cuts. And sometimes you'll make a mistake. You've knocked a big chunk of wood off of a critical edge or something, and you go, okay, well, design opportunity, we'll have to do something a little bit different now. When you're turning, you're looking at what you're trying to create, and actually both sight and feel is very important. Feel is very important for the finish, because you can feel a defect with your fingers that you can't even see. We were living in Los Angeles. My dad had a shop next to the house, and he had a little lathe set up, and I was in there in the shop with him one day, and he put a little block of wood in the lathe and handed me the tool, and I started doing a little bit of turning and stuff, and it was fun, and then it was a lot of years before I ever got back to it. I basically moved on into getting into the film industry and stage shows and operas and film work. I first got into special effects. First film I was on was In Harm's Way with John Wayne and Robert Mitchum, and there were a couple of characters. And then I went on and did Tora, another one called Pearl 41, and when it comes right down to it, I helped bomb Pearl Harbor 4 times. Not too many people could say that. nice and thin when it's done. It'll be a pretty bowl when it's done. My wife, Kathy, bought me this lathe, and she had asked my friend Larry what she should get me for Christmas. And Larry told her a drill press. And she bought a drill press that weighed 70 pounds. She managed to get it out of the car and gift wrap it and put it under our Christmas tree. I did a very dumb thing. I walked in and I looked at the box and I just tipped it like that and I went, drill press. She was pissed. And so I didn't think she was ever going to buy me another tool as long as I lived. But so when she bought the lathe, she knew that I'd used power tools all my life, and that if she just got some little toy lathe that I'd grow out of it in no time at all. So she wanted to get me something good. So she finally went down to Woodcraft and she bought it for me, and she put the brochure in a Christmas card. And when I opened the card, I pulled this brochure for the lathe out, and she says, "It's all yours, it's paid for, you got to go get it." And the lathe, fully assembled, weighs about 700 pounds.
Yeah, up there, it's welcome to the Saturday. Yeah, it just